Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Mike O'Mara Show, Mike's home quote of the day from Mrs. Michael S. O'Mara. I have to get out of this house. I'll see you tonight.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that one of the quotes that's been shared by all of the Mrs. O'Maras?
Oh. That's where we are.
In the third act
Sirree.
of the marriage.
The third act
Of the marriage.
Did the makeup cover my bruises today? No, I'm sorry. They're emotional.
Look away.
They're emotional bruises.
I have to get out
Did
of
she
the
say
house.
it like, because there's a different way to say it, like, baby.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Baby, I have to get out of the house right now. I love you. I'll see you tonight. Or was
Maritally, and by the way, for those of you on social media, you might have seen that picture from 1 or 2 years ago that I posted of Carla and myself and Michael. Beautiful photograph that she had, and I found it, and I took it, and I put it on my profile picture. This morning, marital bliss does not exist in the O'Mara household. It is not fun. It is not fun at all. I don't know if she's still here. She won't come to the phone or to the microphone.
Or to the show.
Hold on. I'm going to go, Carla.
You know, you can't spell blister without bliss.
No, it's
Carla.
true.
Come
And,
here for a minute.
you know, she's an
please, just for
entrepreneur.
a
There's a
second.
lot of stress, I imagine.
Just for a second, please.
She's starting a business.
No,
Crazy
she's saying
Probably
time.
has zero support from Mike.
She's
So you
saying
know how
no.
that goes. We know how that feels.
Why is she saying no? Ask for an essay answer.
How can I get her
Can
over
you buy
here?
a vowel?
Yeah.
Give her a Derm Glow plug.
Hey, Carla, 10-minute Derm Glow plug if you come over
I
here.
didn't even know the name of the business. See that?
That's worth a lot of money.
Money.
In the right circles. Is she in the right circles?
Is she, Oscar?
I don't
Is
know.
she?
I would say she would
Carla?
be. Oh, we're talking too much.
Yeah, I guess.
Carla.
Carla. Carla.
Is she not responding?
What did you do, Mike? What did you do?
What brought this on?
We had a fight about COVID.
Oh, do
it-
tell.
Was she being pro-COVID again?
There is a lot to do with.
I don't think that we're unusual in that during the holidays when her family and my family will be traveling down here that things get a little tense.
Oh.
Why do you have your shades on? Lean over and show.
Hi.
Good morning.
Wow, she looks
You
dynamite in
look
those
great.
shades.
I am in these shades because you don't want to see these mad, mean, hurt eyes.
You know,
and this
it's
is
okay.
like first thing. I am trying to go to work here. I need to be in a great mental space and
Woosah.
living,
But I don't.
Woosah.
living with this guy.
But I don't.
Sometimes it's really fucking hard.
It's hard for everybody, Carla. Preach.
Preach,
You
baby.
happy?
Yeah.
Is this what you wanted? Seriously?
How could you not love her, Mike?
So sick
Look,
of it.
she's stunning. She's sweet. She's sassy. She's
And in
yours.
her own way, she's supporting Joe Biden with those aviator glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. Thanks.
That was funny. Did you have
Thank you,
coffee?
Mike.
I've had 4 cups of coffee
Yeah.
thanks to you.
Giddy
no
up.
shit.
Giddy up.
Yeah, give me a mic. I've got a lot to say.
Here, come over here. Come over here.
Great.
Get out of here. Pull the chair up if you want. You know.
I'll just sit here on the floor.
You grab your handheld microphone and I'll turn it on. All right. Anything for you.
Mr. O'Mara.
Hello.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not
Come on,
working.
Mike.
It's not working.
Come on.
You're gonna have to use this one.
You have to
You
share.
owe me.
Mrs. O'Mara, may I come to my colleague, my friend's defense? Is it, and I'm just taking a guess here, Are you thinking about the safety and wellness of your husband when you're planning your party?
It's not a party.
Okay.
What
it's
is
a
it?
niece and a nephew coming down.
Oh, you want to get really specific? You want to get really... I wasn't mentioning anybody.
Well, either way,
specifically.
let's just put it this way.
Yes.
Rules from one side don't apply to the other side. And it's kind of difficult when it's okay for one set of family members to come down, but yet it's not okay so much for the other
There are
side.
families around America that are, including mine, that are having the same conversation.
Very common.
And I could cry. I could cry right now. I'm that upset.
You shouldn't cry because my wife's family, they're a little trashy. So I'll say that right now. I'll take one for the team. They get COVID tests when they come, and my family gets COVID tests when they come. So that way, I don't have to tell my wife in public that her family's a little trashy and I don't trust them. Everybody gets tested.
Right.
Yeah, and that's fine.
How did you? Yeah, that's fine. How did it? Yeah, right. You'll get right on that, I'm sure. Yeah, right.
You're wrong. I will.
How
She
did
is the
you do that?
taskmaster.
How did you affect that change on all family members? How did that work?
So when my brother and sister were coming for vacation, the deal was that even when we went to see them, is we got COVID tested. Because, within that 72-hour range to travel. And you can actually say, hey, look, some of these states, especially for people listening around the country, you have to get tested before you cross the state line. So it's mandated.
Okay, look, and that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That wasn't even brought up. One set was flying, the other set was driving. So, Mike said, oh, it's so much safer to drive than to fly. And I'm like, well, you know what? I disagree. I think there are both elements within that, there are chances that you take by driving and by flying. And as long as we social distance, they do, and the other team does, then, that's all that you can do. I hate that this has caused a rift this morning. It shouldn't have. You know what? It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
True. So I told my wife, Mike, and look, I'm in my 4th year of marriage and my first marriage, so I don't know as much as you do. But I said to my
because I got such a track record.
I said to my wife,
Working on number 4 right now.
I said, Jose.
Well, Mike, you may have more experience, but you've also built up a sort of callus. He's more soft and supple as far as marriage goes.
Thank you, Rob.
I said to my
I'm glad
wife,
you finally said something.
if your parents want to come for the holidays, we have to do what we did with my brother when we went to go visit them, that we have to get these tests in place or ask them to do so before they arrive.
For example, if someone gets a test,
Yes.
Yeah.
what if they fly and then get a test? What's the protocol then?
So they could
What if they get a test and then fly?
They pull them out in the 8th inning.
So my dad gets here. He's threatening to arrive before
What?
Thanksgiving. Yes.
No.
And I'm worried for my mom because my father is flying an international flight from a different land to the
Yes.
States. So
Do you want to sit on my lap?
well then. So he
What did she just say?
She said she has core strength. She can stand.
Okay. Not what I
we
heard.
said to my dad, what are you going to do about the COVID? So my dad's going to take the test before he leaves, get a negative, travel. And then when he lands, he will take another test when he gets to my mom's quarantine in the basement. My mom's going to leave our house for at least a few days until he gets a negative, and then she'll come back. Done.
Where will she go? From her own house.
Oh, we're figuring that out now, man. It's a big mess.
What do you think of that, Carla?
Well, I mean, they're only here for 4 days, and they're coming Christmas Eve, so that's just not going to work.
Maybe cancel Christmas this year. That's what we're doing. We're not going to California. We're not doing any of that.
If you convert to Judaism, you get 8 nights.
You know what, Rob? I really wish I could feel like
Shecky,
laughing.
I don't need Shecky. I don't need Shecky
let's
right
turn
now.
on Rob.
I think Mike.
No, it must be nice where everything is lighthearted.
Yeah, this is serious, Rob.
Sorry, just trying to have a little fun, folks.
Bite me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not until you're tested.
So either way,
Yes.
yeah. There's
That's so Christmas Eve is the date they're coming in.
You know that.
That's a
I
big-
knew it this morning.
Now
No.
the real question is this, Carla. Let's say everything's equal and everything's fine.
Right.
If someone's coming in Christmas Eve and I'm not close to them, or you're not close to them, or this is my wife and I, does that mean I have to get presents for them? I'm just wondering because that's really what would haunt
Sure,
me.
why not?
All right.
No,
fine,
this is the
fine.
world I'm living in right now.
Are you serious?
This is the
or
world
is
I'm
this
living
what
in
you're-
right now.
Hold on.
Christmas Eve. So I am a monster if I get concerned about people that have just gotten off an airplane coming into the 61-year-old fat man's house with pre-existing medical conditions.
So that's my family on Christmas Eve, but his family
coming in. I just got the text. The 20th.
They're coming
8 days prior to Thanksgiving.
But it doesn't matter. They're still coming in for the season, and they're going to stay how long?
Right now, the 20th through the 29th.
Okay, plenty of time for tests. Plenty of time for tests.
Right, exactly.
Have them stay longer. Have your niece and nephew stay longer.
Well, either way, have a good show. I have to go to work.
Big hugs, lots of love.
And that's the end of it.
Really, Mike?
Really what? What do you really what? You want to have a real fight on the air?
No, we're not fighting.
No, we're just discussing.
Yeah, we're discussing, Mike.
And then what did you say? What was I want to quote you properly. What did you say right before I went on the air? I have to get out of this house.
I'm looking forward to leaving for the day. I need time away from you.
Isn't that nice?
It sounded a lot nicer.
That's how a man charges into work.
It sounded
a
lot nicer.
Charges into work.
I feel your pain, Mike. Look, there is the nuclear option. And look, listen to me, and I'm being real about this. Mike, if you lose 40 to 50 pounds, you'll get out of the danger zone before Christmas. So then everybody's okay.
There you go.
Nothing?
Incentive.
Nothing? All right. Well, that was a thought.
And there's a chance of a vaccine as well. There's still a chance of a vaccine.
Yeah, there is.
I would say this to you publicly. I say this to you, but I don't think it really matters to you. I don't think my health really matters to you.
That's wrong. But you know what? Obviously, I can't make you not think that. Of course.
But you heard the protocol.
Matters.
You heard the protocol that he's doing.
But it's not okay. Well, how is it okay for one set and not the other?
It's not. It's absolutely.
Well,
I would throw to you that quarantine would be required for my daughter.
All I say is this: if one can come, the other is coming.
That's how you look at it.
I think it depends on it depends how responsible or trashy they are. That's what I would say.
It's not fair. It's not. How
life isn't fair, Carla. Life isn't fair.
The other set not to come.
There are men looking at this picture of Mike and you, and they're saying life is not fair to themselves.
Very true. Right? Very true.
It can't all just be perfect. Mm-hmm. You're such a lucky man, Mike. You got a beautiful, loving wife.
Until I die.
Okay, well then, if you're really that concerned, maybe you should stop golfing.
Golfing has been sanctioned. It's safe.
It's
safe. It was one of the most safe
not with all
sports
the
out
people
there.
from the north coming down here with all their sickness from flying.
The sickness.
Oh, they got the sickness, Oscar.
Like who?
I thought flying was safe, Carla. I thought flying was safe.
To me, it is, but to you, it's not. Huh?
Those HEPA filters really do a number on that virus, I've heard.
Mm-hmm. I told you.
What's your feeling on flying, Oscar? What do you?
I'm not breaking balls.
And Rob, feel free to chip in with a nice joke.
Hold on, let's listen.
I feel like flying. If half of what they're selling us is true, that it is the safest modality, especially because you're in a cylinder that's being the air is being filtered and everybody's wearing masks. I think it's a viable option. Where I get scared is the airport.
Well, don't listen to Rob. That's for sure.
I want to hear what Rob. Why do you disagree, Rob? Hold on.
Because we know what the airline industry, they are out to make a buck, and we're seeing them just sneak things in like, oh, yeah, we're selling middle seats now. You know, we just decided it was okay. They're out there to make a buck, and they might put a decent varnish of safety on the entire process.
Well, you know what, Rob, with that? Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
By the way, I have a solution to this whole thing. Mm-hmm. All right? Mm-hmm. For all the family members.
Yes.
We are going to social distance. And you know, in the case of Carla's family, we will social distance the whole time they're here. When they're around us, they're not going to be around us the whole time. And we will test my daughter when she gets down here. If you've got that quickie test, it's 48 hours. Mm-hmm. We'll get a test for that.
Well, Rob, you know, with what you're saying, I believe that yes, they are doing that, but at the same time, these what are they, trials and stuff that. I don't know who's doing them, Mayo Clinic, whoever. I mean,
everybody is an expert in America.
Well, yeah, they're saying it's okay. I mean, at one point we didn't think it was at all.
But people are doing the trials.
Testing.
The safety industry they continue to release.
I'm not claiming to be an expert. Here's what I'm claiming: is that I would not put myself in a situation, no matter how much they claim it's filtered or clean. Get a room, you two. I would not put myself in an airplane setting.
I love her more than I love myself.
Let me have another kiss.
Oh, big smooch. Oh,
ow.
Blood.
Blood.
She bit me.
That is such a lie.
I would say that being in an airplane would be an unnecessary
See how white
risk.
they are?
Yeah.
I think they've made up, Rob. We've done our job here.
Have we?
Yes, we
No,
have.
All right,
this is. She said to me this morning, "This is a break for me. This is a break for me." Meaning she'll go away for the holidays and spend all the time with her own family and
I
not
did
mine.
say that.
Oh,
And
no,
then she said to me,
Carla!
"I have to get out of this house
Hey,
to be
we
away
say-
from you."
We say things that hurt in this house. I learned it from the best.
All right, get out of here.
Well, I know this, Mike. I do know this.
Bye.
Of all
Ooh,
of us,
watch out.
I've been married the longest.
Titty flash. hey, can't say that.
Thank you.
I've been married the longest of all of us, and I
Call
will say
Winslow,
this.
please. Go on, Winslow.
Winslow. Oh, you're talking to her.
The secret to a happy marriage is time apart. Maybe she should head out.
No, but it's the holidays, Rob.
You can Zoom.
It's the holidays. Easy for you to say. What's happening in your world? What are you doing for the holidays?
The holidays, it will be me and my kids, and my mom will come over, and we will have a small turkey this year. We're not having 65 people together. That's
And,
it.
you know, what we will do is we will social distance because that's the way it's going to roll.
Responsible. You do the best you can. That's all you can do.
Well, and the key is, Mike, here with family, that's when you let your guard down. So this isn't like you have to travel for your job and you can walk into your office and social distance. This is your family.
You know, aren't there tests out there that are available that they can get the results? You can get the results yourself in 15 minutes?
Well, yeah. So on the Sunday before,
Wouldn't that make life
Mike,
a little better?
Oh my
there is
God,
a
yeah.
place here that you go in Gaithersburg. You go and get your test. You get it within, I would say, 30 minutes. Boom, and then you go.
Right.
Same day. Now,
Do you pay
Expensive, right?
No,
charge
insurance
a
covers
premium?
it.
Got to be. Really?
Really? Insurance covers it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where I am.
Well, sadly for Mike to do that, he'd have to fly to Gaithersburg. And
Yeah,
then he's
but
on a
I'm
plane.
saying it's available, and if it's a LabCorp or wherever it is, it's everywhere. People, this is what
I think
what's
we're going to
crazy.
suffice. We have the thermometers. We're going to have the thermometers. We're going to take everybody's temp, and we'll be we're going to live with it. That's what we're going to do.
You're going to learn
And
to
my
live
daughter's
with it and
driving
lean
with
in.
her. You know, that's it. We're going to do that. But
driving's a better
you know,
option. It's got to be. You're putting yourself in less danger by driving, just by very definition.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
It's tough for everybody involved.
I agree with you, Rob. Huh?
When I broke to my sister that we weren't going to California, she was upset, and I was like, "Look, I don't want to put mom in a tube cylinder."
Can I offer a prediction here?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not the only families arguing about this, and I think
Of course not.
All of us be damned because it's going to explode. And if there was one definitive word saying, just don't. You have to have the nuclear family. That's going to be it. Where travel and holidays.
Oh, and
hey,
the spike
toddlers,
is happening.
You're
The
going to have
spike
to
is
suck
happening
it up.
now. Yeah, it's happening.
bullshit.
And it's
I'm
going to
sorry
get
for
worse.
my editing.
It's going to get worse and worse.
I said I can't wait to see my niece and nephew open their gifts on Zoom.
Yeah.
This is the only year this will ever happen. We're the tightest.
By the way, I
family in
think
the
all
world.
bets are off in the event that this thing continues to explode. It's a terrible, terrible time. Did anyone think we'd be having these discussions about holidays back in April?
Well,
did anyone
Mike-
think?
No, well,
you know?
they said
Yeah,
Easter.
the
He said go
doctors
out
did.
on Easter. He said
No,
go out
but
on
the
Easter. It's
doctors
gonna be
said
fine.
that it would
Yeah.
spike in the fall. By the way, if you think the doctors are such idiots, then how come it's spiking in the fall? Just like they
they
said.
made that up.
Yep. Yeah. It's just so that's where we are.
Look,
Sorry to start with that. That's the reality.
My father, of all people, who I'm frankly, he's in his 80s, right? So he's 81,
Right.
I think now. Who knows? He's ageless, the man. He
Does he
he's-
fake his age? Does he have a
I
fake
don't
ID?
know. I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely 80 something. And he said, "Yeah, I'll be fine on the plane." And my mom, because he's been exposed so many with this COVID, he's just like living his. He'll have a mask, he'll have a beekeeper's outfit, whatever he's gonna wear, and then. So my mom's the one that, like you, Mike, saying, "Don't bring El Bicho back to the house."
Right.
Which is the bug, El Bicho. And
El Bicho. I like El Bicho. By the way, my camera, I can never get. Here we go. All right. There. I'm more centered in my shot. Sorry about that. I'm having a day.
I want to
Anyway,
confirm, just so we're here and we know this. Do I need to have Pony edit the video when your wife left? I didn't notice anything, but you said
I
there
didn't
might have
see
been a
anything
slip
either.
of sorts. Do we have to?
I don't
Okay.
know,
All right.
you know, and, you know, he might want have him do this. This is very unusual.
Okay.
Have him check it.
I'll just do it like 10 times.
He said he's gonna check it 10 times.
Very good. Enjoy your afternoon.
Make it 11.
That should be fun.
You know what? I bet if it does
hate
require
this.
an edit, I bet he checks it 20 times.
I hate this. I hate this is happening.
It's
I do too.
unfortunate, Mike, but you have to put this in perspective. You're not the only one that's having this conversation. We're probably people listening right now and be like, "Thank God."
What would
it's
you
not
do if
just
you were me?
Well, Mike,
I'll lay out the scenario
Yes.
for you. One side of the family coming down Christmas Eve via plane. The other side coming down the 20th, driving down.
I say I would give it a demarcation line. If you can't get
20th
here,
of November for Thanksgiving. and coming back.
if you can't get here by, let's say, the 20th of December, then we'll see you next year.
That's divorce court.
Okay.
All right,
Gotcha,
then how
gotcha.
about this? Can both scenarios have absolutely equal qualifications to gain entry? I mean, if they make the compromise of driving, then it's okay. If they take a speedy test when they get there and quarantine before the speedy test, both sets do that. As long as it's equal, I think one of the what I got from what Carla was saying is that you might be presenting what she perceives as a double standard. So if you make it all equal, then there's no double standard. I mean, I know this. I know that you love family. You love visitors. It's not that you don't want them
you're
there.
loving.
Yeah, you are a loving, empathetic, good guy that we all love our families. And I think that's one of the hardest things as we gear up for the holidays to see that that facet changing. So do everything you can to make it a safe space, but make
Here's
sure
the
it's
difficult
equal.
situation. The one side, it's a much narrower window.
Yeah.
That almost eliminates the testing factor. So I am thinking that
Wait
perhaps
Mike, you win. I'm sorry to cut you off. If you mandate the testing, even on for either team, there's a good percentage, like a high, I'm saying 70s, that when they hear that they have to be tested in order to come into your domicile or walk within your orbit, they won't come because they'll be pissed about it.
Or they'll
and
realize
these are
it's just not
kids on one
practical.
side.
It's not practical.
No, but the other solution is me with my immediate family. But there is a double standard because I don't want to go
but
into
your
detail,
kids,
'cause then I'll sound like I am doing
your
a double
family is
standard.
responsible, Mike. I can say that my family's responsible too. Is Shannon's family responsible? 50-50. Well, I'm not 100% sure.
They have their moments.
And as I looked at her and I said, "Hey, I know what's going on there. What about doing this?" And she's like,
This will be
"Fine."
continued tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Yes.
on the
Oh, we got to
cocktail
talk
party.
about this.
okay,
Great.
all right.
And if Carla's not here for the cocktail party, you know she got pissed off. That's kind of where we are with this whole thing.
Oh, I can't wait till Shannon finds out that I told the world I think her family's kind of trashy.
I'm sorry. Well,
You've alluded to it
you know,
in the past.
I
Yeah,
just
she
think
doesn't
that
listen to the
I think ultimately I can solve the problem. I'm concerned about me. I'm not concerned about my son nearly as much or my wife nearly as much. I'm not, because of the statistics that bear that out. But I can get myself out of Dodge. I can have Christmas morning and get myself out of Dodge after that, and maybe go out to the golf course and do that type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
But there's supposed to be a dinner.
That's flawed.
And outside, how about an outside socially distanced
Oh,
dinner,
fantastic.
which we're capable of doing
You can
down
do it in
here
Florida,
in Florida.
yes.
Or you can do the catch me if
Yeah.
you can, and you just all go
That's
to
the
Maine
solution.
and cancel everything.
That's the solution. Temperature check, outside dinner. That's
right.
That's what the solution is.
And no El Bicho.
No Bicho.
No El Bicho.
No El Bicho.
I'm going to do it outside. I'll hang out outside. If it's terrible weather, I'll figure it out.
With a big fan right next to you.
and with my
Blowing behind him.
with my daughter, who's coming down for a longer window.
Yeah.
I will say, get tested
Yeah.
before or after you come down.
Plenty to go around here, at least in the DC area.
And you know
those
what? It
tests.
actually is a Christmas-styled motto because it's Noel Bicho. You can even make up T-shirts that say Noel Bicho.
Or Noel COVID-19.
Exactly.
Or what I think is going to happen in the next couple of weeks, everybody stays home,
Yeah.
which
I
might
agree.
be the way. That might be the safe way to do it. And I might make that call.
And
too.
are we all toddlers? You say this all the time, Mike, and I love the saying because it's just another holiday.
Oscar, it is exactly that.
You know?
Yeah.
That we are toddlers.
We want
it is
dessert.
exactly that. We have to have everybody. I'm sorry, children. Sometimes you have to be responsible for the greater good. Sometimes that's necessary, and I include myself in that. And I'll tell you one thing. If nobody's coming through that door, nobody's coming through that door.
What
That's
makes
the
me
way
nuts
it's going to roll.
Is the attitude that you're hearing now. It's filtering in through the news and social media. It's like, I can't wait for the holidays because after this year, we deserve it. Well, you don't deserve anything.
It's such crap.
But that's the attitude out there. You don't deserve it. You're preserving the lives of yourself and others. And that is not something that you get rewarded with a pecan pie for. You don't. It's not a reward.
I think perhaps it might be, I'm going to wait a week or so, and then perhaps everybody on one call to get the real word out about the way I feel about it. And, hey, Carla, come here for one more second because I want to button this up. It'll really be bothering me as the day goes on.
Team call.
Also,
when do you think we should make the final call, Oscar? A week? 2 weeks?
Absolutely.
A week or two. A week after the election. We'll make the
let's let the election pass. Right? Mm-hmm. Or you catch them on euphoria high if everybody's for the team.
Carla, come here for just a sec, please.
I think the way things are spiking, it's going to be very different in a week.
And I'm being serious right now because we did have an argument about it, and I completely get your side.
Hi, Carla.
And feeling as though one side, and you're right, I was doing that to an extent, and I don't think it's right.
Thank you.
So what I do think is, and I mean this, as we're having this discussion, hearing about these cases exploding, hearing about how we're all toddlers in America, I think we make a call where you and I, based on everybody's health in this house, make the call that, listen, this is the time, if it's still getting bad and it's still exploding.
Listen, I
we just say nobody comes. That's it.
I was never against that.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
I think we'll know when we know.
Okay.
But right now, I think it's unfair to even make a call because it's not happening right now.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
We have 2 months away, another month away. A lot can change within.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it seems to be going in the wrong direction, a lot of things are going to change.
Yeah, if it's dark winter.
And I do expect one thing. When I get home tonight after working, you better be in a good ass mood.
Happy times.
Was that a good ass mood? Were you going to say a good ass mood?
You better be in a good ass mood.
All right, go ahead. Here's your plug for coming in. Here's your plug for Derm Glow.
Oh, anybody need anything? See this face? Mm-hmm. Hey, I can help you. I can help you with your skincare. Call me 239-247-4036. Guys, too, I can help you too.
Both O'Maras, look in the camera just for a second. This looks like a before and after for Dermaglow.
Thanks, Rob. Now you can start the goddamn show.
Bye.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Anybody get guitars sounding like that anymore? I don't think so.
No.
That's pretty good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's wonderful. We are live from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. The Mike O'Mara Show on now from Two Rivers, Wisconsin, Horsey, Virginia, between Georgia, Collingswood, New Jersey, Depoe Bay, Oregon, and Lisbon, Portugal. We are on now. We're here for you and brought to you by Cornerstone First Financial. Cornerstone, let me give you a letter. This is from one of our listeners. As a listener to the podcast from day one, I have always done what I could to support your advertisers. Well, God bless you. So, about a month ago, I decided to give Cornerstone a call. Now, thanks to the amazing work of Joanna Whitten, she's the one that helped me. My wife and I closed on our new loan last week at the rate of 2.875%. It is saving us almost $500 a month on our mortgage payment. Joanna was with us every step of the way, walking us through the entire process cross-country. Even with the 3-hour time difference, she always returned my anxious phone calls as we worked to get all of the necessary documents together. To put it simply, Joanna rocks. Thanks again for partnering with such amazing advertisers like Cornerstone First Financial. Joel Rosenbaum, Martinez, California.
Hey, Joel.
Listen, if you want to get involved with Cornerstone, they are a phenomenal business, and we're so blessed to have them in D.C., right in our backyard. 202-625-1221, or you can go to cornerstonefirst.com. Cornerstone First Financial, hit the drums! Cornerstone. Anyway, 202-625-1221 at cornerstonefirst.com. Cornerstone First Financial, personal attention from application to closing. Hello, Winslow. Winslow, I'm doing the show right now.
Come here, buddy boy.
Oh, Winslow. Up.
Run up here.
Up.
Come here, buddy.
Cookies?
There
Treats?
he is. Look at him.
Oh, God, he's got great eyes.
Yeah. He's a wild man. Look at him.
Sweet
My
boy.
friend. He's my friend. Let me see, I can't get the
Winslow.
picture. There he is. There's
Hi,
the dog.
Winslow.
Hey,
Is that
buddy
a beautiful
boy.
animal? Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
He's like, I love you, Papa. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Bye-bye.
He's so sweet.
How much does he weigh now? Like 30 pounds, maybe?
He's
gotten big.
324 pounds. No,
All muscle.
I'm not going to do this if I don't get to it right now. It's time for it. It's not about my family. Things seem to be resolved right now. Kind of. What do they say? Kick the can down the road a little bit.
Yes,
That's
a little
what
bit,
we did
sure,
with
yeah.
that. Let's dive in. And I'm a big planner. I'm when I'm going home, I get the key out before I'm at home, like my mom did and my grandmother did before her. So I'll be all right. It's time for the mailbag. Tighter, brighter, for your listening pleasure. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Well, it's not Tuesday. It's Thursday, but we'll do it for you anyway.
Birthdays.
Hello, Mike, Rob, Oscar, and gang. I want to start this letter by thanking you for bringing the funny during the most depressing era in human history. Even with the world on fire, 5 days a week, I get to laugh out loud with my TMOS pals, which my mother has informed me can be heard through the whole house, even with my door closed.
I listen with my door closed. Can I get some apple juice, brother?
But today I'm also writing to you regarding my older brother, Ryan. A year ago, I wrote in for his 30th birthday and asked if you guys had any advice for the upcoming year. Oh, boy. However, I don't think that any amount of advice would have prepared us for the S-storm that is 2020. In any case, I thought I would give you guys an update on my brother's first year of douchebaggery. Actually, Ryan doesn't fall into the douchebag slot a lot, with the exception of what I would consider an unhealthy obsession with the musical Hamilton, which led to an argument between us when he tried to watch it at a very high volume for the umpteenth time. The truth is, he's like, am I talking to Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly here?
I love the picture this guy paints.
He tried to watch at a very high volume for the umpteenth time. The truth is that Ryan is the least douchey person in my family. We all leech off his Netflix and Hulu accounts. Nice. It's like a whole family living in a house.
Shut the
he
door.
is still a high school English teacher, doing his best to teach virtually. He's still a great older brother, and he's still a New York Giants fan. Yikes. Oh, my heart goes out to him. His family wishes him a healthy and happy 31st year. In closing, okay, I think I speak for every fan of TMOS when I say thank you for your hard work because it means a lot to me. Thank you, Zach from Sacramento. Zach, are you living with your mother and your brother in your house? We need clarity, all right?
I think he
Next
is.
week in the mailbag, you got to
With the door shut, Mike. He's
And
listening.
the door shut.
With the Hamilton.
He said his room. He's in his room.
Mike,
I don't know
I
his
lived
age.
at my
I don't
parents'
know.
house when I was 31. This is embarrassing and true.
When I
Just
read
wanna
Zach's
know.
letter, I pictured him listening with the door shut, but when he listens on the top bunk.
And there's a drum set in the room.
Don't touch the drum set.
Next letter, Sean Sr. writes, I have been desperately seeking the audio of the football analyst who can't speak well. Are they talking about Lou Holtz?
They are. He is. I
You
should
always
say.
play a great clip of him speaking what sounds like gibberish. Can you remind me who that is? Well, I just said it's Lou Holtz. Thanks, and I'm sure Rob
And Mike,
has a little
with that
taste
said,
of Lou Holtz right here.
I think we all deserve a little victory in life.
For victory in life, we've got to keep focused on the goal, and the goal is heaven. The key to winning is choosing to do God's will and love others with all you've got. Sacrifice, discipline, and prayer are essential. We gain strength through God's word, and we receive grace from the sacraments. And when we fumble due to sin, and it's going to happen, confession puts us back on the field.
Right on.
So if you haven't been going to Mass weekly, get back in the game. We're saving your seat on the starting bench this Sunday. Welcome home.
Somebody.
True
And
words never
remember-
spoken.
That's the take they used.
Yes.
They should have said,
absolutely.
Coach, here's some gumballs. Please throw them inside your mouth.
Something.
Heck of a football coach. Hello, friends. It's October, that special time of year when Mike and I are the same age. It's 60 wonderful. I agree. It's a time when we both offer up a silent prayer. All right, I'll go with that. Seems to be a theme on today's show. Oh, Lord, please let me just live long enough to vote. And if we can make it to January 21st, that would be cool, too. Tell me about it. Welcome to my
Right.
morning. Was he here? Amen. Yours and whoever is listening to prayers, Mark Kaplan of San Francisco. With you, Mark. Way to go, baby. It's time for the TMOS Creep of the Week.
Mike, this is a new feature. This is a new feature that we've never done, and it's the
All right.
TMOS Creep of the Week.
Creep of the
Oscar.
week.
Okay, here we go. When Rob says this, I know it's not going to disappoint. Hey, guys, I want to recommend a TV show. I've been watching a series on Amazon Prime called American Playboy. And it's the real-life story of Hugh Hefner and how he started and ran the Playboy empire. The story is told in his words through actual interviews. The icing on the cake is that it's rated 18 plus.
Nice.
So in some of the recreations they have, How to Read by Mike O'Mara. So in some of the recreations they have, the most beautiful actresses portraying the women of Playboy. And you see it all. Creepy!
Creep of the Week.
What is most fascinating is how they have these actresses look authentically like 1950s and 60s women, not 21st century women made to look that time.
That creeped me out too. That absolutely.
You truly
did.
believe they are the real thing. God. Beautiful women, great story. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Mike in California. I won't give any of the other
What's it called again?
details. The
Creep
women
of the
of
week.
Playboy. Creep of the week. Yeah. What are we calling it? That's it. Moving right along. Hey guys, when Rob combined the tapes of Lorne Michaels and Dr. Evil, it reminded me of a dramatic reading that an acting student posted on Twitter. Her name is Lisa Gilroy, and this was her explanation. My acting teacher told us to perform a dramatic monologue from any movie, and I did mine from Austin Powers, and no one noticed. Thanks, Dan Karsgallon. Rob has the tape.
This is funny
Rob.
because she's a lovely actress doing this monologue, but it's a different take than from the movie, I feel.
My father would womanize. He would drink. Make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark. Sometimes he would accuse chestnuts of being lazy. A sort of general malaise that the genius possess and the insane lament. My childhood was typical. Summers in Rangoon, luge lessons. In the spring, we'd make meat helmets. When I was insolent, I was placed in a burlap sack and beaten with reeds. Pretty standard, really.
There you go. That's kind of the kicker right there at the end.
Pretty standard,
Beaten with
really.
reeds. I love that. Very good. Next letter says, hey, guys, Paul White here. I just found the TMOS podcast, and I love it. But there's a bit of history here. I stumbled across the Don and Mike show back in 1997 and would listen to it every day from KHTK out of Sacramento. We killed on that station.
We did.
It's in 2005. I moved to Texas and lost track of the show. Sad. Well, I just found you again. I just wanted to say how happy I am to hear y'all. I feel like I'm laughing with friends that I haven't seen in years. I can't believe Rob's son is 18 or Mike's girls are college grads and that Mike has a 7-year-old boy. I kind of feel old. Well, welcome to my world. Anyways, anywho, thanks again for still being out there. I look forward to catching up with all of you again. By the way, no disrespect to Oscar. I really enjoy him, too. It's just that I never knew him. But enjoy him being part of the team and look forward to hearing him just as much as Mike and Rob. Well, that's the
Very
way
sweet.
most people
I'll take
feel
it.
that listen to the show. Thanks for still making me laugh. Simply Paul. That's my brother-in-law.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate
He
that.
lost track of the show?
Lost track of the show. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. And let's see here. A couple more left. Hello, friends. Eitan, or Eitan. Let's say Eitan Klein just turned 3 years old. Eitan. Eitan likes, is it Eitan or Eitan?
It's Eitan.
Eitan likes puzzles, Star Wars, and the New York Yankees. Sorry, Mike. When I drive him to preschool every morning, he demands that I turn on the Mike O'Mawa show.
Aww.
The Michael Mauer Show podcast. As soon as we get in the car, the boy has good taste. Love, Talking Head alum and cockroach wrangler, Kobe Klein. Thank
Remember
you,
Kobe who had
Appreciate
the
that.
cockroaches in the terrarium for us?
True love.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Another fascinating talking head. Next letter says, my husband, Brian Sears, had a birthday this month, and I would appreciate it if you could wish him a happy birthday. He is a huge fan of the show, and he has converted me into an avid listener as well. Whether he is listening to you while doing things around the house, stockpiling episodes for a long drive, or sharing a clip from an episode with me, one thing is for sure, he can always be heard laughing. We also appreciate many of the recommendations you share, including KiwiCo. Our 8-year-old math and science genius niece loves it. Fantastic. And Action Park.
Both great.
Yes.
Nice.
Great show. Thanks for bringing lots of smiles to Brian. Jen Sears, and I hold in my hands
Yes.
the final letter. Is this the little final letter we have here?
Hi-yo.
Oh, wow.
This is, yes.
Ken Cooper writes, this is very brief. Last Wednesday was John Cooper's birthday. Yay for John. Would the gingerbread man have any words of wisdom for John as he enters his douchebag 30s? Go ahead, you
John,
and the mailbag.
remember to keep moving, and they can still get pregnant. Happy birthday.
That's fantastic. We'll take a break, and we will come back with the man, the legend, the prognosticator of Pahrump.
Yes.
Mr. Nicholas Diamond coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show. Mark Riddell, let me tell you something about it. I hope you are getting as much satisfaction out of doing them as we are listening to them, because you're really doing a terrific job, and
Awesome
we appreciate that. Thank you so much. A lot of people contribute to this show and make us chug along, and we are so grateful for it, including the next man. We'll tell you about him in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, this portion of our program brought to you by MyBookie. Winning season is back at MyBookie. At MyBookie, winning season means the NFL is in full swing, and it's your chance to win big. He's darker today, isn't he? There's no sweeter feeling. It's like maybe they turn. Oh, he forgot to turn his light on. There we go. Let's say, oh, that's a little better.
Yeah.
Whether
Both
you're
great.
a first-time player, a veteran to the game, taking underdogs, just siding with the faves, the fact is there's no better time to get in the action. Now, using our promo code TMOS, you can grab a free $20 wager with your first deposit to bet on anything in the sportsbook. That is a free $20 bet, people. MyBookie giving you the chance to make your first ever winning bet, and it's on the house. Nothing beats NFL action, and absolutely nothing beats free money. So join now and take advantage. Don't even think about it. Just head over to MyBookie now and get in the game. That's winning season, baby. And right now, exclusively at MyBookie, get in on the action. And if you're going to get in on the action, it's always nice to have a guy. To have that guy. And we got that guy right now, baby, who I see, based on the decor, to the best of my knowledge, is still in his friend's assisted living apartment while his friend is in the hospital. Eddie, we bring you Nicky Diamond from Pahrump, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen. Nicky, great to have you on the show again, my friend.
Yeah, sorry it was darker. It's raining here in the desert, as it often does.
Oh. Yeah,
it often does.
Really. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Pahrump, very fickle beast, the weather here.
Yes, it is. Very, very much.
Ernie is out, and he is back home, and we've come to an agreement. I will be staying here. Just you can call me Nurse Nicky.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
A caregiver.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, before we get to the picks, Nicky, what the regimen may be for taking care of your friend Eddie. You never went into great detail on what some of his medical issues were, and if you're being somewhat of a caretaker, what level of care is required? Is there anything specific you have to do for? As I take the tea and I put it in the ground, and then I put. Is there any specific thing you have to do for Eddie to help him along during his convalescence?
Just, it's Ernie. Just the basics, Mike. Feeding, bathing, yes, wiping, the normal. The big three.
Yeah.
Your rent is your service to him.
Yeah. With the bathing, Nicky, with the bathing, did he already have a bench, or did you have to buy a bench?
It's BYOB. Bring your own bench.
Oh, bring your own bench. And I think in the age of COVID, everyone should have their own bench.
And if you're keeping track, all of you prospective caretakers out there, remember what Nicky says. It's eating, bathing, wiping. That's what you're earning your keep. That's a good thing, Nicky. And
your T-shirt's printed now.
Yeah. Can I just one last question about Eddie before we move on? Ernie. I'm sorry, not Eddie. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Is Ernie a man of larger carriage, or is he a petite man? I'm just curious.
Well, he luckily the illness, some weight came off, so we're gonna try to keep it that way. We're not gonna feed him very much.
Because if he was heavy, you might want to change up the order to eating, wiping, bathing.
Problem solver. That's Sherlock right there.
Let's get right to the picks, Nicky. Lay it on. Oh, what's your book? What's your book this week? I can't read the lettering in the background. What is that pink book?
Single Girls Manifesto. It's important to know how these women.
I'm so glad I didn't miss it. I am so glad I didn't miss it. That's fantastic. Filled with lots of. I see you got some.
Indulge in random acts of selfishness. We can all agree on that.
I agree. Nicky, did you find Mr. Furley? The cat.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I found a replacement that Ernie. I've convinced him that this is his cat, Mr. Furley. It's technically not his cat or a cat. It's a dog. But whatever. We're gonna just call this corgi Mr. Furley and
it's a corgi.
Yeah, you're doing the Lord's work, Nicky. Let's
tomato.
That's right. Let's get right to the picks, Nicky. You're doing the Lord's work. Very good.
Thank you. Hey, Fry was 6-0 last week. I know I wasn't on the show, and I had the Dodgers winning in 6. So, Bermuda boy, just put that in your tally when we
bet book.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Let's start off with the Merle. It's a sure thing, baby. We got the best team in the league, to me, the Chiefs, versus the worst team of all time, the Jets. It's 19.5 points. Who cares? Give them all the points. This is a blowout, a 30-point. The Jets are going for 0-16.
Wow.
The Chiefs for the Super Bowl. The Chiefs, they win big, 42-10. Put it on the board. How about
don't count on that. All right, very good.
Of the week.
Yes.
Derrick Henry, the toughest man to tackle versus the Cincinnati Bengals. They can't stop anybody. The Titans got their first loss last week. They're angry. Henry, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Light them up, baby! Sunday night, you're a WAP. You're winning ass pick. It's the Eagles versus the Cowboys. America's team. Have you seen the Cowboys? If they're America's team, we better move the F out of this country because they are going down. They quit. They've given up. They got no quarterback. The Eagles win big. Winning ass pick. Eagles, Ernie. It's a corgi. Single girls hideout.
There you go. That's Nicholas Diamond. That's it. If you're keeping track, I wrote him down this week. The Chiefs, he's taking the spread with the Chiefs. I think that's a 20-point spread, at least the last time I checked.
It was 20.5 yesterday.
20 and a
we'll
half.
See.
Tough to bet that one. Titans and Eagles. Those are the picks for Nicky. We will take a break, and we will come back with more stuff right here on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Thanks, Paulie, Christine. Glad you survived Mexico. Glad to have you back on the show. That is delightful. We appreciate that. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Features. I don't know if they want me to say this because I have to tell you what I went out and bought on Features myself. They've got great socks. Golf socks are my thing. You know, I wear them all the time down here. They have I have plantar fasciitis. I told you about that with my foot hurting all the time. I actually went out and got the socks that they sell at Features specifically for plantar fasciitis.
Oh,
that's
fantastic.
just a little
Wow,
additional
that's
thing.
great.
By the way, you can get the golfer in your life something that will make a difference that they can see in their game and feel on their feet. Features. Giving socks as a gift is no joke. It really is not. I love getting socks.
Socks are great.
Features has engineered a sock specifically tailored for the links. And if you have the bad foot, like I do, the fasciitis, which a lot of people have, they're elite golf socks, though. I use those as well. They keep my feet cool, dry, blister-free, so I can focus on my game. I love the way they stay in place. I am addicted to them. I'm mad when they're not in the drawer, which means I just have to fill up the drawer even more. I'm getting more and more every day. You will too. No bunching sliding down into your shoe. They're labeled left and right. So
I love
cool.
This. One
I've
less
never
decision.
seen socks that way.
Mike, in these times, you need less decisions to make, and they've figured it out for you. That's it.
Yeah. By the way, the sound you hear emanating from my bedroom in the morning when I'm putting my golf sides. So when you hear this, jeez. It's when I put the right sock on the left foot and I have to go back and start all over again. Yeah, that's my life. That's why they call me Mr. Excitement. Features are so durable and long-lasting that if you're unsatisfied at any point, They'll give you a replacement pair, no questions asked. That's a lifetime guarantee. So if you want the best socks in the world, God, do I love them. Even the little pad on the heel when I'm putting my no-seam socks on, those are great. You need Features. Family-owned since 2002. I love them. Features socks will change how you feel about socks forever. You can get $10 off your first pair of Features when you go to features.com/TMOS. That's FEETURES.com/TMOS for $10 off your first pair of Features. All right. I've got a brief little reco again on TV because it's been a good week. And some weeks I don't have anything. I go weeks and weeks without anything. I got another good one for you right now that I think a lot of people are watching. But first, Rob Spiewak will not give up the show This Is Us on CBS network television.
I feel like
it's
a bride.
NBC.
I feel like a bride on Cops. What happened is I gave up on it last season, but it was still as a season pass in my DVR. So when I turned on the TV last night, it said exclusive 2-hour season premiere of This Is Us
Big promo.
with limited commercial interruption. And I'm like, okay,
you're hooked.
I'll watch a little bit of it. And so right away, I'm hate watching it. I'm finding problems with it left and right. What they've done, and Oscar will bail me out here, is that it's a big deal that a filmed, scripted, hour-long drama is back because you're just not seeing them right now.
I get
so in that, it was tantalizing. So I turned it on. Their first plot line is that it's set right when COVID is breaking. And in the
so they're getting topical now, huh?
Yeah. So one of the opening scenes is at the they're triplets, and the black one is at the house with his family. I don't know his character's name. I'm sorry. I like the actor,
the African American kid.
The African American kid.
The black brother.
The black one.
Brother. Yeah. So he's in his house.
All right, and the kids, Robert E. Lee.
And the kids are talking about how serious this situation is, or
who are the triplets? I left the show after the first season. Who are the triplets?
Chrissy Metz. There's the Manning.
Oh, the kids.
Yeah, the kids. Yeah.
You think of their kids. Yeah, the siblings.
So the African American family is there, and they're arguing, and then the husband comes in, and he looks to the wife. The wife comes in and says to the husband, "Tom Hanks has it." And this is supposed to be a dramatic moment in their house that Tom Hanks has COVID. And I'm thinking back, do you know when Tom Hanks announced that he had it?
The actor's name is Sterling K. Brown.
And he's fantastic.
Yes.
He was great. He was in Army Wives, too.
I think he's a scenery chewer. I don't like him. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I think he overacts.
Well,
I think he overacts ridiculously.
Maybe
it's always like, that's why. Did he say the line, Tom Hanks has it?
He was told it, and then he
Randall.
reacted to it.
And did he react?
Randall.
Actor?
Well, maybe it's because of the actors he's surrounded with that he appears good. I don't know. Could be.
Justin Hartley plays Kevin. He's the dreamy white guy.
Mm-hmm. And Chrissy Metz plays the sister.
Yeah, the white sister.
Well, I mean, if you want to be,
I'm just going off Rob.
Stop it.
You know?
Resist the urge. Resist the urge.
But here's the thing that really... Joke. I'm not going to make a Chrissy Metz joke at all.
Is she the big sister or the little sister?
They're all the same age.
Okay, I'm not sure. Thank you. See the way we did that? That's that. You know what? That's like 3 decades of rhythm right there. That we just went right through that now, and being unprofessional is that I'm spotlighting it. Go ahead, move on, Rob. Very good.
I believe that could be put in a book behind Nicky Diamond, how to do a joke like that. But
exactly.
What threw me as they go through, there's so much going on. The mom has dementia, and there was a bad reaction with an antihistamine, and she got lost in the city. Panic ensued. But the thing that threw me is that the guy that plays Toby, the fat guy, is continuing to lose weight. So they have him in a fat suit.
Chris Sullivan is his name.
To look
continuing to lose weight in real life or on the show?
In real life, but they don't want the continuity to be messed up in the show, so they've padded him up. But you can't pad out a skinny face. So he has sort of a bowling pin shape now with a skinny face on a fat body. And as a fat guy, this I find distressing. But I do know this. They're really trying to make you cry. They love to make you cry. And they've got abandoned babies and mothers dying of drug overdoses. And there's dementia. And there's racism, and they're shoveling everything out. All the ingredients are there, and I can't believe I stayed with it for 2 full hours. I hate you. This is us.
It's good, but it's good, and it was interesting how they put it into the pandemic. And Rob hates the show because one Christmas we made a joke about him and Toby looking,
and Toby having a heart attack and falling through a glass table. And we all know that in real life, the only people that fall through glass tables during holidays are at Maddie's house.
Congratulations. I'm not quite sure what to make of that review. How many Birkenstocks do you give it, Rob Spiewak?
I gave
How many
it
Birkenstocks?
2.5 Birkenstocks, but a lot of the tread is worn off the bottom of them.
Okay.
Thank you.
And my quickie, only got a couple of seconds here for this. Man, oh man, Carla and I head first 2 episodes in to a program on Netflix called Queen's Gambit. It is crafted. It is beautiful.
It's really good. Really
the story of an orphaned prodigy chess player and what she goes through, and
a girl playing chess.
It is.
They were
fantastic.
allowed to. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's
Tell
a line
Tutar.
that's like right out of the show, Rob. Fantastic. Check it out on Netflix if you get a chance. It is so spot on. And you know what? I've become, as most of my media, visual media, is consumed by watching the little screen. Just consumed with cinematography and beautifully photographed films and television programs, and they are killing it on Netflix.
And
Some
the
of these
actress
programs.
has an interesting face. Like
Very interesting face.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And she has one of those shows where you have the young version and the older version with 2 different actresses. And I just am all in. And it's actually motivating me to play chess again, which I think I
looked
might,
at Shannon and I said,
do
you know how to play chess? Really, really excited. And she said, no. I was like, I'd love to teach you. Because when we were kids, my brother and I were huge dorks. And all we would do is play chess.
I would have to be completely revamped in my chess skills. I'd love to play. It's a great game to play, and that could be a lot of fun. It's not that difficult.
No.
It's difficult to be a grandmaster and be at the highest possible levels. It's a totally different deal just to have a friendly game of chess. It really is. So, Queen's Gambit. Check it out on Netflix. We had to take a break. When we come back, news you may not need, right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hello to the cast of This Is Us, and we got through that unscathed. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by our bonus packages. By the picking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
You know, Oscar, when I write in the copy, parenthesis, evil laugh, close parenthesis, I don't know what I'm going to get. I'll say this. I got a little more than I was expecting.
I like that.
I do, too.
Thank you.
There you go. Anyway, where was I? I'm sorry, I put the copy down. It's the return of the Mike O'Mara bonus show cocktail party. Wicked, you say? Well, it's wicked funny. Tomorrow night, we'll all be there. Mike and Carla, Oscar and Peach, Rob and Carrie Lynn, talking trash and drinking mash. It's the perfect soundtrack for the carving of your Halloween John of Lantern. You can listen to the bonus show live. You can listen. I feel like I've started already. You can listen to the bonus show live or live.
Mike, it does live on, though. It lives on.
Yeah. Thanks for covering me. Right after the regular show, this Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, but then behind the paywall, baby. So go to MikeOMaraShow.com, click the bonus banner, get the access to every bonus show. It's the best and funniest way to support TMOS. Please do it. This time of year, very important for us.
Yes.
The power of Christ compels you. Buy it at MikeOMaraShow.com. Thank you.
News.
Wow. Grab the stuff. There we go. Lots of things. Tom Brady and Ben Roethlisberger are very close to becoming the most sacked quarterbacks of all time. According to ESPN, Brett Favre holds the all-time record. He was sacked 525 times.
Yeah.
John Elway second with 516. Roethlisberger is third at 511, and Brady is close behind him fourth with 508. So clearly they're both on pace to surpass Favre unless they abruptly retire. In fact, there's a good chance they could become number one and number two by the end of the season. The reason I put this in there is because I think that is just truly amazing. When you think of the experience of getting sacked by a defensive player in the NFL and the tough factor, you got to give Roethlisberger and Brady the nod of the cap.
Well, they changed the rules for the quarterback.
I know,
you
but
have
it's still.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't be congratulated, and they're not on track to make history. They are, but there is a part of me that says that Brett Favre, I mean, regardless of all the picks he's allegedly sent to young broadcasters, we should probably let that go.
And it's really not alleged, kind of confirmed.
He was in it. He was in it while you could destroy the quarterback. Like, you could actually go after them, and those rules have changed as of late.
Yep, Oscar, I agree, but I do have to say, any of these guys. There is a toughness factor to play quarterback. They get the big bucks, and they want to take their heads off. There's just no different way of looking at it, and they're just very, very tough guys, and I admire anybody with that kind of talent and poise. Yeah. Chelsea Handler, she's trouble. She's trouble, if you ask me. Truly.
Danger girl.
She's been thirsting after New York governor and Lord of the Nipple Rings, Andrew Cuomo, since early in the pandemic. Just this month, she said that she had developed, I love Chelsea Handler, a quote, I love her, but I hate her at the same time. She had developed a, quote, strong and deep sexual feeling for him.
Yes.
Well, it turns out Andrew might not share those strong and deep feelings. On The View yesterday, Handler said, quote, I did have a conversation with Cuomo a few months ago, and I did ask him out on a date, and he did say yes, and then I never heard from him. Man, if you're like a public figure, I would think the last person you'd want to date would be Chelsea Handler, but she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, but she's also a blabbermouth.
Yeah.
Do you know what the problem with Chelsea Handler is, Alice? Do you know what her problem is, Alice?
What's her problem, Rob?
She's a blabbermouth. A blabbermouth, Alice.
Thank you.
At this point, we're all sick of celebrities talking politics, but there's a new study out on the influence of celebrities when it comes to voting. And there are a few interesting takeaways. Among all voters, 36% said that LeBron James is the celebrity who's done the most to raise awareness and motivate people to vote.
Wow.
Taylor Swift is second with 13%. The Rock is next at 9%, followed by Oprah at 6%. And when asked to name the celebrity whose opinion they trusted the most regarding political and social issues, Rob's going to love this. Tom Hanks came in first with 49%. The Rock is close second, 45%, followed by Oprah and LeBron. For Democrats alone, the list is similar. Oprah number one, followed by Hanks, The Rock, and LeBron. For Republicans...
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Mike, professional. Please be professional. Please.
Kid Rock.
Of course.
Kid Rock ranked as the most influential voice with 46% of the votes.
Voice.
He was followed
An influential voice.
by Ted Nugent. Hanks at 42%. I guess they just like him. And The Rock at 41%. I don't
and coming in at number
survey,
5,
though.
Mike, Peter North. Amazing.
Peter North. Yay for Peter. News. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I hit the wrong button. That made me laugh. I had water in my eyes. Get ready for some hungover coworkers, speaking of politics.
Yes.
Next Wednesday, a lot of people plan to drink their way through election night. This guy will not.
Yes, thank you, Mike.
Had enough on the 2016. Not going to do it.
Oh, I forgot that this is the 4th anniversary of me getting a phone call that says, no show today. No show today.
Totally unprofessional.
Talk to Mike at 2 a.m. What are you doing? I'm at Todd's. And I said, you might want to delete that post on Facebook. Not a good look.
Oh, that's the post that I said, we are shit.
Yes.
26% of America. I stand by that.
Mike,
26% of America.
You were like a soothsayer. You knew exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
26% of Americans will be
Stradamus.
drinking beer as they watch the results roll in next Tuesday. 23% wine, and 1 in 7 aren't messing around. They're going to go 15% with the hard alcohol.
Mike, I'm going to leave you with this. It was like, we are S, and then El Bicho's going to be here in 3 years, and you hung up the phone.
Yeah.
You knew.
If it doesn't go my way, boys, I could talk about this separately if you wish. Maybe I will later in the week. But I have to say that I will be out $20 bets, totaling of about $100, a case of Miller Lite and a case of Truly. That's what I will be out.
So this election really is important to you.
It matters. There's no way trick-or-treating can look the same on Saturday night. I did that again today. I think that's what stressed Carla out. He was going to go to another neighborhood where the houses are dense. And he's trick-or-treating in our neighborhood on our golf cart. We're taking him out.
Sweet.
Wash the candy. Sweet. He's wearing gloves.
Distance.
Got a mask on. We're fine. According to a new survey of the people who would normally take their kids trick-or-treating, only 29% say they're definitely going this year. 37% won't because of coronavirus. 18% won't for other reasons. It doesn't make sense. And the rest aren't sure. People seem a little more willing to let trick-or-treaters come to their house. Of the people who would normally pass out candy, 40% plan on doing it this year. 33% won't because of coronavirus. 14% won't for other reasons. And the rest aren't sure. Look,
I know what the other reason is, Mike.
What's
the other
that?
reason is the guy with the corner lot, he's an asshole.
We're going to set the candy bowl out. We're going to have 6 feet on one side and about 10 feet away from the candy bowl. So you're looking at the kids. We get all the benefits.
I saw a wonderful Instagram video of, those little, it almost looks like a claw or a gun that you can undo light bulbs.
Yeah.
Right? So this elderly lady had the little claw giving her nephew or niece candy with that you can change light bulbs.
I'm going to get one.
You can
I'm
get
going to get one and I'm going to hand them out.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
grabber.
I love that idea.
It's called a grabber. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a grabber. Fantastic. I'll look like a dork. Anyway,
sweet,
now a little something. There's a 32-year-old woman. Her name is Hoai Tibma, and she's in Tampa, Florida.
Yes.
She ran a 5-year Amazon scam from March of 2015 until this August. Here's what she would do. She would order items from Amazon, then return them. She'd always check the box that said she was paying for her own shipping, so they'd reimburse her for the costs. Only she wasn't paying for the shipping. Instead, she would use prepaid shipping labels from canceled orders to ship the stuff back to Amazon. She pulled this move off 42,000 times before she finally got caught. That averages out to more than 20 returns a day. She used 31 different accounts, but they were all in her name, and her address. So how much money did she make for this effort? Around $165,000 total.
Wow.
And now she, of course, is facing a grand theft charge. When asked about the incident, radio personality Carrie Spiewak said, "Why didn't I think of that?" There we go. You got to get out of here. We'll come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. We'll see Carrie tomorrow night.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, everybody, you know this. You can't avoid it. Election Day is November 3rd. That is in 5 damn days, people.
5 damn days.
Wow. 120 hours until you have your chance to make a difference. Do you get the picture? Listen, we are all created equal. Politicians, billionaires. You all have the same vote as they do. Use your power and vote. You have that power. This makes you as powerful as any one of those rich guys. It's up to you. It's your privilege and your duty to make sure that America lives up to its promise of equality. I am so gratified by the number of people who are voting. I'll be even more gratified Wednesday. Plan to vote on Tuesday, November 3rd. All the information you need can be found at vote.org. If you're confused about how to handle it in your state, vote.org will take you right to your state's info, and they'll show you how to do it. If you can, help your neighbors get to the polls as well. They're important, too. Exercise your right, please. You have a choice. Make sure it's heard. Tuesday, November 3rd, 5 days away. Vote, because the future depends on you. Now let's open up the Audio Vault for Thursday, October 29th. My God, the end of October already. Take it away, Rob.
To brighten your day, I texted you guys a picture that Carrie sent me. This is Halloween at their in the classroom, and they're all dressed up. You can see Carrie in the back. She's dressed like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, but it's cute. We've got kids and teachers all dressed up. I just wanted you to see
this real quick. That's
it's pretty
sweet.
Cool. Yeah, they're having a good day at school today.
I thought it was the AV Club.
Yeah, it's not the AV Club. Thank you. The thing about Jack Black...
Is Carrie like a blue poodle or something like that?
No, she's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch. Okay, I got it. Okay, very good.
The hot dog costume is the winner in my eyes.
I agree. I think it's good. Jack Black, who along with Kyle Gass makes up Tenacious D. The thing you forget about Jack Black, you remember he's funny. He is a really good singer. And they did a Rock the Vote style video yesterday that's going viral. It has a lot of celebrity cameos in it. It's very funny. But when he sings Time Warp from Rocky Horror Picture Show, he's got all the voice of anybody that you would see on Broadway. Listen to him when he gets into the hook of the song here.
Keep control.
Great voice, right?
Jack Black he's an American original.
He's
no
so
doubt
great.
about that.
And there's great Pete Buttigieg is in it, Elizabeth Warren.
It's just a jump to the left.
It's just a jump to the left.
It's just a jump to the left.
There are too many celebrities to mention.
that.
Susan Sarandon, who was in the original movie, is in it. So click on it. It's a good 2.5 minutes of your day. I promise you will like it.
Very cool.
Dave Grohl is a funny, funny man, and for no good reason. He did a fake commercial for his caffeine addiction and being cured by Fresh Podix.
10 years ago, I was in the grips of a debilitating caffeine addiction. My ability to maintain personal relationships and solid bowel movements were compromised by crippling sleep deprivation and noxious coffee breath. As the bean took over, I found myself doing anything for a fix. That's when my doctor told me about Fresh Podix, a new drug to help coffee addicts like me manage their coffee addiction.
Consult your doctor before taking Fresh Podix. Side effects may include, but not limited to, violent fits of rage towards left-handed people, extra toe, Cyrus virus, your voice changes to that of Billy Ray or Miley, stomach tail, peptic waltzing, stool entirely made of corn, just a cob, Oxford commas, weeping taint, Echola, spontaneous dressing like a female gangbanger, nose chickens, uncontrollable tattling, back fro, plaid lung.
With Fresh Podix, I no longer have to shoplift or sell my body for that fantastic buzz that once kept me awake for 36 hours at a time and sent me to the hospital for a CAT scan and psychiatric evaluation.
Just remember, Mike, you might get nose chickens.
Nose chickens. Oh, my God. Weeping taint.
Sad, right? Meanwhile, in the world of rock and roll, David Hasselhoff is back at it again, and he's recorded a heavy metal record with an Austrian duo called Q-Stack, but they need money for the video, so they've released a teaser before they can make the video, so you can get in on the Kickstarter. Here's just a taste of Hasselhoff.
Fear is the poison, and passion is the cure.
Remember what I said about Jack Black?
I went all the way with Jack Black. I went all the way with the the other stuff, but not that guy. No way. Get out of here. Stop
Oscar, do you know the name Phil Spencer?
Why do I know that name?
He's got a pretty good title. He's vice president of Xbox.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And he was doing an interview, and he said Snoop Dogg has been a proponent of Xbox forever. So with the release of the new one, they sent him an Xbox refrigerator, which is a full-size refrigerator that's painted and made to look like an Xbox, even lights up like an Xbox. But he said that rich people
do you have an ice maker?
I think it does.
Still in the market.
I'll send you the teaser video, Mike. But he says the people that ask for free stuff are the richest people.
Snoop's been with us for a long time. People who followed us, they know. I will say the amount of free stuff that rich people want is crazy. So what I tell them when they ask me is I say, hey, I sent your free Xbox to the Boys and Girls Club, and I'll send them a link to the store where they can go buy one. Rich people want a lot of free stuff. I want the consoles to go where they should go.
But it's true. Rich people want the free stuff.
That is the truest, most honest thing. And by the way, they want it because they're used to it, because they get gifted a bunch of free stuff.
Right. It's learned behavior.
Quick sidebar on this. Just a shout out to my son. Nice job on the Minecraft Panzer tank, Michael. Nice job. Very nice. Thank you.
Well, that's sort of marrying the old and the new, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. World War II Panzer tank.
He's a history buff.
Yeah. And then he did a Biden sign in the yard.
That's so sweet.
Kids all over the place, isn't he? God love that little man.
Curious little fella, isn't he?
Can't work to work at the Pentagon. Can't wait to work there.
You think you put a Biden sign on the Panzer tank?
No, I think the Panzer tank was in another yard.
Okay. Mike, here's the deal. There is a TikTok trend that is making people sick and ruining their teeth because we are smart. People are super gluing vampire teeth in their mouth.
We understand definitely, fangs are part of routine costumes, which is fine, but there are safe products commercially available over the counter that parents could use, such as denture adhesive. Denture adhesive is readily available in most retail pharmacies.
Yeah, but it ain't in my junk drawer. I got super glue in my junk drawer. I'm going to glue them teeth to my mouth.
Wow.
How did you, when you had those great vampire teeth that the dentist made for you, how
orthotics,
did you...
they went right over my canines, and
that
they
was
were super
cool.
long. And
They were amazing.
And he sculpted them out of bonding material and put them up there. He was into it. I got it for free. Thank God, Dr. Dana. Salute to that. I had them on. They might be lying around in some storage closet right now.
I think I saw him in Carla's neck.
Was it a butterfly?
Tomorrow night on the bonus show, I want to go back and do a retrospective of all, and the wives too, our favorite costumes of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that'd be fun to talk to. Let's close with this. A lady in Houston is getting trouble from her HOA, the Homeowners Association. Oscar, she's a blight on the neighborhood. Because for Halloween, she has set up her yard as a skeleton strip club with bouncers, bartenders, and a skeleton on a pole.
I was a little sad, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to take it down. I'm going to comply, and I'm going to take it down and just not do this anymore. But then I got so much support off of Facebook, and I said, forget it. People are having so much fun with this, and they love it. I'm going to continue to do it.
And also, when you see that skeleton strip club, you really want to bone. That's your magic audio phone. Have a good Thursday, everybody. See you tomorrow evening.
Yeah, tomorrow. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be doing the TMOS cocktail party. You are all invited to join us and pop in occasionally if you feel like that. Who knows? We'll do different stuff. Depends on how much, the wine gets flowing. Should be a lot of fun. So that's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And by the way, the bonus show is free when we do it live.
Yeah,
it goes behind the paywall. So please join us for the whole thing. That's a lot of content starting at 7 o'clock tomorrow night Eastern Time. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show is made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Yeah, man, talk about dang old boo, man.
Very nice.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
It's done, Joan. They packed your things. They're loading your car.
Well, bye.